What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Akephalos here, and today we are going to be continuing our matches United via Vitæ Æternæ career mode here on FM20 on the channel. So, as usual, folks, if you guys are going to enjoy it, you know what to do. Leave a like on this video, hit that big red subscribe button down below as well, so that you don't miss when I upload the next episode here on the channel. And besides, I'll be grateful and appreciative of your support. So, all things being said, all things considered, let's just quickly jump right back into it. And what we are going to be doing today is we are going to go ahead and complete off the rest of the season. Now, if you recall, if you are just joining us, we have been absolutely dominating here in with Manchester United here at Old Trafford. Pretty much if you take a look at the competitions, we pretty much won the Champions League. Sorry, we've won the Premier League. So as you can take a look and see here, we are champions. So yeah, pretty much there's everything's done and dusted in the Premier League. But of course, this season is not over yet. We have the FA Cup coming up. We have the UEFA Champions League coming up as well. And yeah, it has been a wonderful season, I'd say, to be fair. Very, very good season. Premier League done. We've backed the Premier League. We've backed the Carabao EFL Cup. We've backed the UEFA Super Cup as well. So we've only lost the Community Shield to, of course, Liverpool. And looks like in the Champions League, we are going to be facing Liverpool as well. And in the Emirates FA Cup, we might face Liverpool again. So if you take a look and see, we are going to be facing Liverpool a lot of times in the big competitions. And again, we lost to Liverpool in the Community Shield and I believe the Club World Cup earlier this season as well. So we're gonna try to stop Liverpool from taking the rest of the silverware. We want that. We want those trophies. We want those cups, mate. So pretty much that's the idea. And but before we take on Liverpool, we're gonna have to take on Brighton and Hove Albion here for us in the Emirates FA Cup. It's a very, very surprise entry, to be honest, because yeah, I mean, no disrespect to the to Brighton. It's been a club that we have not faced in quite some time, if I'm not mistaken. Taking a look at the schedule as well, I don't believe they are in the they are not in the Premier League. So it's very interesting turn of events. I believe they are in the Championship, if I am not mistaken. They should be in the Championship. Just want to double check. Yeah, there we go. They are in the Championship, but they are playing FA Cup football. So something is, the players must have a lot of heart to get to this stage. I mean, particularly against the top sides, Manchester United, Manchester City, Arsenal, what else? Tottenham, Everton. So yeah, I mean, relatively, for a club like Brighton's level, I mean, relatively good sides in comparison to their level. So yeah, it's very, very surprising. But hey, I guess it's football, and this is the magic of football. Anything can happen. So we're just gonna have to face them here. Hopefully, we come out on top, and yeah, we much to the dismay of the Brighton fans, we crushed their dreams, but we progress ourselves because again, like I said, I want to try to collect as many trophies as we can before the season ends, before we move on to season 4. So yeah, we'll talk about the season plan later on in the episode. I have a vision, I have a plan in mind that I would love to go off. I would love to discuss with you guys, but for now we are gonna focus on the Brighton game. So, yeah, as you can see here, Chelsea have drew with Liverpool as well. And I believe they won on penalties. So yeah, it's a very tight game. I would have loved to play Chelsea ahead of Liverpool just because of the nerves and stuff like that. I believe it affects the players as well. But you know what? I think a derby would be exciting if I'm being fair, but not too many of them. I mean, like I said, we are gonna play them in the Champions League. We are potentially gonna play them here in the FA Cup again. I don't want to keep playing Liverpool. It's nerve wracking. So we're gonna head into the team selection real quick, and I think I've gone with the side I wanted to play basically against Brighton. No disrespect to Brighton, but we're gonna have to select a rotated side here just to make sure that we have the players fresh, because that ties into the remaining the remainder of the season with the plan, the remaining plan of the season, which I'll talk about that in a second after this game. But for now, we are gonna manage this personally. Given we can afford to manage games at this point, we having won the Premier League, so we don't really I have to make content in the end. And yeah, if I simulate the rest of the games, I really don't have anything else to make content about. So yeah, this is we are gonna manage this game against Brighton, and pretty much this is the side we have selected. A very, very rotated side, a very, very substitutions. No, not substitutions. A very substitute and reserve focus side, as you can see here. Henderson gonna start in goal for us. Benjamin Pavard with Harry Maguire in the middle of the fence. Alex Telles and Gabriel Montiel gonna flank both of them. I know Alex Telles is arguably one of our first choice left backs, but I have my reasons of selecting him just to decide, just to have him there because he's slightly fresher in terms of conditioning compared to the other left backs, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I decided to stick him there at left back. Pretty much, yeah, that's the reasoning for that. So Arthur and Fred in the middle of midfield as well. Jude Bellingham, of course, gonna play in front of him. Brendan Williams, Erling Haaland, and Mason Greenwood gonna be forming the trident of attack. So Brendan Williams is stuck at left wing at the moment because we have Rashford who's still recovering from an injury and Sancho who is still out. So we don't really have wingers at this point. We could stick players who are fullbacks. Maybe someone like Æternæ at right wing and maybe shoot Greenwood to the left hand side. But ideally, I want to the criteria for starting, in my opinion, is pretty much I want players who are very much involved in the first team as well. I know it might be rather detrimental to some of the other youngsters who didn't really have a shot. I know for a fact that Luke Shaw rarely got a start this season, but to be fair, we'll be looking to move on some of the players as well. So yeah, that's something I want to touch on later. Like I said, the season plan and stuff like that. But for now, this is the side that I've picked. A lot of basically a full change except for Holland and Greenwood. So yeah, with all things considered, let's just head into this game. To be fair, I think we should be doing all right. We should be able to get away with, I'd say, at least a bare minimum of a 1-0 win. I mean, no disrespect to Brighton, but I feel like we are on paper. We are definitely on paper the better side. But let's hope that translates into performance on the pitch. So as you can see, I'm gonna go through the Brighton lineup with you guys briefly, quickly. Not really. To be fair, I don't think I can name. I don't think I recognize all of their players, but I recognize a good handful. So, Chris Walton starts in goal for them. Not really sure who this guy is. Shane Duffy, of course. I remember he used to be kicking around in the Premier League as well when Brighton was there. Leo Ostigard is a Dane. I believe he was here as well, if I'm not mistaken. Not really too sure on that, but I've certainly heard of him. Bernardo, not really too sure who this guy is. Martin Montoya, former Barcelona, former Milan Messiah graduate. I believe floated around at Valencia as well before finding his way here in Brighton. So, yeah, moving on, Aaron Moy, I believe he was ex-Manchester City player as well. Steven Elzate, I've definitely heard. I'm not really sure what nationality is he, but yeah, I've definitely heard of him. Alexis McAllister, Argentinian. I believe, yeah, he was he's been quite a while in Brighton. I've seen him a couple of times in Brighton, and yeah, that's a bit about him. So Leandro Trossard. I remember the last name, not the first name. Again, same thing. Aaron Connolly. Last name, not the first name. And this is Knockhead. Alexander, I believe. So, yeah, a lot of players I remember through their last names, but not their first names. But yeah, I recognize some of them. So, let's hope this Brighton side is able to put up a good fight with us. I believe we should be able to, match them, or at least maybe get one or two goals. Not to be disrespectful, but I think that's the reality that we have to acknowledge. So we are going to go aggressively and tell the team I expect nothing but a win from this match to keep our good run going. Some of the team reacted positively, but it should be alright if I'm being fair. Let's just quickly speak through this press conference as usual and hit play. Again, like I said, we have fielded a rotated side, but if I am being honest, I don't think I'm underestimating Brighton. We should be able to get away with a win with this rotated side. I fully believe in the side I've picked. So let's continue. Let's demand more whenever we can, keeping an eye on things. Alex Telles with the corner. Maguire here to pick it up briefly. It's in to Pavard. Holds up the ball for United. Arthur back to Henderson. Out to Pavard again. Greenwood gonna drift central here. He sees. He tries a cross. Brighton player at the end of it, I believe. Let's just continue to demand more. Alex Telles in. I believe it was a header and it was out. I believe it came off of Pavard, Benjamin Pavard there. So it's a bit unfortunate. We're going to demand more whenever we can. Just keep an eye on stuff. So looks like we are doing all right. I mean, 5 shots to 0 so far. It just jumped up by one apiece. So let's continue to demand more whenever we can. Take a look and see. 56% to 44% possession. So we're winning we're having most of the ball. The thing is that we're basically, I guess, shackling Brighton here, but we're not going to be able to make chances pay. That's the thing. Williams with the cross in. Ball still United. Arthur. Gabriel Gonzalo Montiel. Wow, that was so close from Brendan Williams. I believe it came off his noggin as well. nice little nick to the a little bit more to the left. It would have went in. But I believe it came up the head. It's not really that deft a touch compared to your leg. So yeah, we're gonna demand more whenever we can. Just whenever the option pops up. So we are gonna keep an eye. We're just gonna monitor the statistics. Brighton here, Montoya, McAllister. That was a good save from Pavard. It's out for a corner, a Brighton corner knockout. All still with Brighton. Alzate, Ostigard, nothing materialized from that. Gonna demand more whenever we can. Just try to see if we can force a goal. We have a lot of firepower on the bench, if I am being fair. Lots of first team players that we can call upon, but we're gonna leave that for now. We're gonna start the second half. Ideally, why I want the second team to play, because I want to keep the first team fresh for what I'm planning. So. Yeah, let's just hope we don't. It doesn't bite us in the arse here. Gonzalo Montiel, Fred, a nice 1-2. Sees Greenwood drifting central. Greenwood tries the shot. That was terrible. What the hell was he thinking there? A free kick. Is it in? It's not. Oh, it's a scramble. It is in. Jude Bellingham assisting Erling Haaland there in what has been a scramble of a goal. I need to take a look at this and see what happened. Tell us with the free kick. Greenwood with the initial shot, off the rebound, it's actually in. It should have been a goal at that point, but I'm not really sure what happened. And Haaland just trying to nick it in. It does go through eventually. That was a scramble of a goal. I mean, that was a FIFA-worthy goal. Shit, I feel like I'm dissing FIFA fans at this point, but with all the memes, I think it's all right. But yeah, that was a scramble of a goal. Nearly conceded there, Man United, but that was a scramble of a goal. I'm just glad it went in. To be fair, it went in the first time. I saw it hit the side netting. I'm not sure why the goal wasn't declared there, but it should have been a goal. I saw it hit the side netting, but it doesn't matter. At least we got it. Let's see if we can get one more. Also United, Gonzalo Montiel here, dispossess. Aaron Connolly, is he gonna work something in for Brighton? Trossard, he does. He might. Maguire kicks it out. It's offside though, so it's fine. Henderson, Maguire, Montiel, Greenwood. He tries another solo strike. Mason Greenwood, very selfish from the youngster. Erling Haaland was right in front of him. He probably should have tried the pass. I saw the goalkeeper drifting to the left hand side. He could have just given it to Erling Haaland. So, I think all things considered, we are not going to make a sub. I don't think we're going to make a sub. Ideally, I'm happy with a 1-0 win. And again, like I said, I want to keep the first team players fresh. So I think we're going to keep them on for now. Actually, you know what? I think I'll make a sub. You know what I'll do? Bellingham is actually looking very, very tired. So what I want to do is I want to bring on Cavani. I know he's not a central attacking midfielder, but I have him training to play as a shadow striker in training. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to have him get a bit more familiar with that position. So we are going to make that single substitution. Just to see if we can try to force at least another goal. But we have been, we're doing very well here, if I'm being honest. I mean, 24 shots to 7 and 11 of them off target, to be fair. But yeah, it's expected to win here against Brighton. Ideally, the bigger scoreline would have been better, but I'm okay with this, to be honest. 1-0 is a victory is a victory. So, let's hope that we don't concede, and we don't. And there we go. We have a 1-0 win here against Brighton in Wembley Stadium. So that's interesting. I thought it would have been contested maybe at Brighton's home ground or something, but it's in Wembley. So what am I talking about? It's the FA Cup. Of course, it's in Wembley. Jesus. Yeah. So we are gonna tell the team passionately, I think. No. You know what? I think we're just gonna talk about. We're just gonna tell the team that good job, because we did beat Brighton. To be fair, it's not really a Liverpool or an Arsenal or something, but we did beat them, so we are in the final. So I guess we're just gonna congratulate them, but not be too enthused about it. So I guess with all things considered, what we are gonna do is we are gonna move on. I'm gonna try to keep the episode length relatively low. So we are about at 14 minutes, so I think it should be fine. So all things being said, what I am gonna do is I'm gonna meet you guys at the Southampton game in 3 days, and I'll explain to you what I have planned for the remainder of the season. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, guys. So here we are, the final game of today's episode. So we are gonna be taking on Southampton here at St. Mary's Stadium in the Premier League. So I said I want to go through with you guys what I have left planned for the remainder of this season, and yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna do now. So plan's really simple, nothing really too major, just a very simple, very short one. So pretty much the plan is to, as you can see here, I probably should explain what this is about first. So first of all, you might notice that we are almost towards the end of the season. We are at 32 games so far. I believe we have about 6-7 games left, around there. So pretty much we have a couple of games left, and then as you can see here, 31 wins, a single draw, no losses so far, and pretty much I think if you're a hardcore football fan, or if you've been following football for I won't say a very long time, but a fair amount of time, I believe you should be well aware of Arsenal's Invincible 03-04 Invincible season. So Arsene Wenger's Invincible. So pretty much what I'm gonna be trying to do is I'm gonna try to copy that. I'm gonna try to emulate that, and yeah, that's basically the idea here, because we haven't lost the game yet. So if we can, if we keep up this performance, we keep up this momentum, we might just repeat history here. So yeah, repeat history with United, of course, not with Arsenal. But yeah, that's the general idea heading into this one, and I think we stand a good chance of doing that, because this is a we have a very how do I say it, a set of games that favor that reality. I mean, the big game is probably Chelsea and Everton, and no disrespect to the remaining clubs, which are Norwich, Crystal Palace, and Bournemouth. But even Southampton, the only big games that we have to worry about is Chelsea and Everton. The only when I say the only big games you have to worry about, I mean worry about impeding our chance of going invincible. But in terms of trophies, silverware, we've already won the Premier League, so I'm not really too bothered by it. Say if we don't go invincible, I'm not really gonna be too beat up about it. And just make sure that just it's a bit of a personal desire, I'd say. So basically that's the plan. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we are gonna move on into today's fixture. So we are gonna be taking on Southampton here. I'm gonna instant result this game and not waste too much time, not waste too much of everyone's time. Because again, like I said, Premier League is not too important at this point. We've already won the trophy. So yeah, all things considered, this is a game that we can just shut one eye and just speed through. So pretty much in terms of team selection, what I've decided to do is I've decided to start Brendan Williams here at left back. Basically the full strength XI, because again, like I said, we want to try to win every single game in the Premier League, but if we lose, it doesn't matter. But just to get the best chance of going invincible. So full strength XI, Brendan Williams is going to be our winger with Renan Lodi at left back. Now the reasoning behind this is because Marcus Rashford, I'm sticking him at the right hand side. And another reasoning why Marcus Rashford is at the right hand side instead of Mason Greenwood is because he is asking for a rest. He is tired. He's asked us for a rest. He's come up to us and say, Gaffer, I need a rest. All right, we're going to grant you a rest, mate. So we are going to have Montiel back onto the substitutes bench just to have him there in case we need another right-footed player. I don't think Basaka or Montiel is adept at the right wing, but we're just going to have him there in case we need a right-footed player. So all things considered, Rashford is gonna move on over to the right hand side. He's gonna come back because I believe he's searching for some fitness. So we're gonna try to build up his fitness and have him ready for the big games, because we need a proper left winger for that. And Williams is gonna start here at the left hand side. He's gonna start as an inside forward role, just because he's more adept with his right foot. So the idea is to have him cut in and maybe try to shoot with his right foot or something like that. Since while we're at it, we might just change Rashford to a winger as well, just because he is a right-footed player, so I don't think an inverted winger position would suit him well, because again, the meaning inverted, so he's gonna have to be more adept with his left foot. So yeah, that's why the swap and stuff like that. So for some of you who might not understand what I'm doing here, at the end of the day, some of it is based on logic, a bit of common sense, I'd say. So if something says inverted, if something says maybe inside, you try to think logically on how the rules function. So inverted, inverted. That means your regular role is reverse, something like that. So yeah, it's basically a bit of common sense. But we're not gonna have. I'm not gonna give you a vocabulary lesson, of course. And we're here to manage football. So all things considered, this is the side we are gonna pick heading into the Southampton game. We're gonna instant result this without any fear, without any second guesses, without any worry. We should be able to get away with a 1-0 win at bare minimum, if I am being honest, at bare minimum. So let's hope I don't have to eat my own words. And we get a 2-1 win. That's not bad. A 1-goal differential. So I think it's fair. Erling Haaland with a brace, Danny Ings with a penalty. So I guess it's all right. Okay, so all things considered, this has been a great outing so far. We progress in the FA Cup. We continue to get the victories here in the Premier League. So with all that being said, I think we're gonna end the video here, folks, because we are running out of time. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Manchester United via Vitæ Æternæ here on FM20 on the channel, you know what to do. Leave a like on this video, hit that big red subscribe button down below as well. I'll be grateful and appreciate all your support. But most importantly, you won't miss whenever I upload the next episode here on the channel. So with all that being said, this is Akephalos signing off. I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.